and the number 3 ranked defense. What changes have you guys seen in your squad in this offseason, and what steps you look to take this upcoming season? Then feel free, any 3 of you, just feel free to answer anytime.
I think the biggest thing. All right. I think the biggest thing is the offensive chemistry. We had some new faces last year, and we weren't really comfortable. And I think really towards the end of the year, we started breaking into that toughness, run the ball roll, and we just accepted who we are. And I think that's what's going to carry us this year.
Being in Rolla this summer, we've had some really, really good off-season workouts, a lot of great work that we're getting in with our strength coach, and then with each other on the field. I think that type of stuff, that it brings unity, also gets you working out on the field. So I think that will help us be more of a team this year.
It's been the common sentiment amongst everyone here, pretty much being in their being at school throughout the off season and whatnot. Is that something that it's kind of changed your mentality about the success as both you guys are juniors, going into the next year, even looking forward? Is that something that you guys want to keep pushing for, future success and whatnot?
Yeah, I think that I push it to all my teammates, especially like younger underclassmen that are trying to get playing time. And I think unless you have an internship, which a lot of our guys do have internships, you should probably be in Rolla at least a month out of the summer.
So I was actually one of those people that had an internship. So
what do you think? Tell us about it a little bit. We got a little bit of time.
Okay, I interned at High Troll Conveyor in Jonesboro, Arkansas, as a controls engineer, and pretty much I just code the controllers that function. I don't know.
In the S&T, Missouri and S&T.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But yeah, I just got back from a trip in Portland, Oregon. We went up to an Amazon facility and worked there for a couple days, and so yeah, I think it's a good idea to push being in Rolla. I think it really creates that family bond that we need to see in the football team to be successful. And I would probably be there if I wasn't doing my internship, and I push it on all the younger guys especially too.
I'll put you on the spot with this one. You're doing the internship, you're getting that air quote real life experience. How do you take that and bring it to the football team as well? Or did you just kind of hang out?
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer, man.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how. So when it's a brand new office, never been there before, so it was a lot of gelling because I had to work with different groups, different mentors, different bosses, managers, everything. So I think that ability to professionally gel people, I think I can carry that into the football field and try to gel people, try to create a more tight knit team.
Well, we've been asking a lot of these organizations, a lot of these programs about the building of their young men, the building of the culture on their squads. And I want to ask all 3 of you, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned from football?
Biggest lesson I learned is if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah, I think determination and pushing through the tough times and leaning on each other when you need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say something along the lines of like pushing through, like not just physical, but like mentally. Like I know my freshman year, I was very, very homesick and stuff, and I just pushed through, leaned on my teammates, made really good friends, and then that stuff went away.
Coach, going into your second year in the program right now, kind of as the head coach, of course, put the training wheels off a little bit? Do you feel like you're a little bit more comfortable in the role and whatnot? And how much, obviously, being with the school for a little bit before that, has that helped you progress as a leader?
Well, yeah, I think last year it seemed like such a rush. We were rushed kind of. I got the position, kind of late in spring, and put the staff together and rushed right into spring ball. These guys, I mean, we leaned on these guys a lot in spring ball. We had 4 coaches a year ago, and then hired coaches through the summer and brought in some new people and as players, and so everything was it almost felt rushed. And now having been our team together for a year, coaches in place for a year, me kind of understanding that my new role, I think it feels a lot more comfortable, and it's just exciting now to get back to football. To be honest with you.
Coach talks about the growth not only in himself but maybe in you two as well. Have you guys also seen your traits and characters as leaders kind of progress because of the curveball you guys were thrown in 2022?
Yeah, I think that like we went into spring ball with 4 coaches, as you said, and like every single practice, it was DB wise, it was player led practice the whole time. Like we had to come up with our own drills. We had to watch film together and correct everything. So that really like built us up to not only like you have to do the work, but also it made us like bond and get to know each other and believe in each other's like coaching and trust each other as well.
It was the same way for us too. I didn't get to meet my new offensive line coach until fall camp this last year. So a lot of our spring practices were player led, and I kind of had to try to fill that role. Me and another teammate filled that role and kind of led everyone and just got us going. And I think that created a lot of unity along our unit.
So as a football team, what do you guys think separates you from all the other guys in the building?
Well, I can't really speak to these other teams, but one thing I think that's going to be a big edge, something that we've talked a lot about in this offseason, and these guys have really taken it and run, is being the tightest knit team that we can possibly be, the best team that we can possibly be. And the nice thing about that is I got 2 guys right here that are great examples, but it's easy to look out on our field or look in our weight room and see a number of guys that are leading each other. I think we have I think championship teams are internally led, and I think that's what we're cultivating with the help of guys like these 2.
What are you guys' goals this year as far as going into 2023? You see what you're building on. We talked a little bit about the continuity now. How much do you think that's going to elevate y'all's game going into the next season?
I think having like all the transfers here for a year already, having like all those new faces, having Coach Ball having on his second year, having a full coaching staff, it's all it's going to do is push us forward. We're finally like developing as a team. And my goals is I just win one game at a time. Don't want to know every single week.
I agree. I think that unity that we've been talking about kind of creates unselfishness along the team. And some teams you'll have guys complain that they're not getting the ball as much, they're not getting as many touches as they want. I think what we have is guys who just want to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to want to win. And I think that's going to help us out, and I think it'll carry us along the season.
I'm excited, guys.
Yep. No, appreciate
we
you.
are too.
Yep.
We'll see
Appreciate it.
you September 30th.
All right,
I'll be in
good.
Rolla probably.